If you have a single friend who lives alone, supports themselves entirely, and works all the time, please check on them, because it is so exhausting at times. Like today, this is so stupid. Like I wouldn't take living alone over anything else. Like I don't want roommates, and I'm enjoying being single and like not having to worry about anyone but myself and my friends. But like today I cried because I had to take a bag of trash out by myself, and because I didn't have anyone to just like make me breakfast or help me do the dishes, or like it is truly exhausting supporting yourself and working and just doing everything by yourself. So if you're single and you live alone, I hear you. I see you. It's tough. It is truly, it's a lot. And don't get me wrong, I love it. I'm so grateful that I can support myself, but god damn, dude, it is tiring. I'm so tired doing everything by myself all the time. I clean my house. I do everything. I don't have any help. I mean, I have friends that check in on me. Thank God, I love them so much, but holy cow, I'm so tired doing everything by myself. And I'm enjoying this time in my life, but I'm exhausted right now.
How hard could it be? You're cutting strawberries for a fruit salad at like 5 or 6 o'clock at night. Doesn't seem that hard.
One time I posted a video about being single, and I joked that sometimes your married friends will say, well, the grass isn't always greener. And I said, yeah, but I bet the inside of your wallet is. And the way that men, came for me in the comments was absurd. Calling me a gold digger, saying, oh, so you just want to marry a rich man so you never have to work. That is the tip of the iceberg. There were some horrible things in my comment section because no one can take a joke. Anyway, here we are months later, and I came across this. Read it and weep. Justice has been served.
I see her Snapchat. She's in Puerto Rico. I'm like, who you with? She's like, I'm with my grandma.
Right.
I said, all right. I know her grandma is Puerto Rican, so
yeah,
checks.
makes sense. Take a selfie with her. Take a selfie with her. I want to see your grandma.
And she's like texting me, bro. She's texting me pictures of the Airbnb, and I'm like, oh, like that's fire, right? So I got like 8 pictures of like the Airbnb. I got a good one of the backyard too, like really good one of the backyard. I'm looking on Instagram one day, and her ex, who's from like where I'm from, he gets suggested as a follower.
Oh god, bro.
I look at the profile picture and I'm like, damn, that looks familiar. So I click on his page, and then I click on the profile picture. He's private. I like zoom in, and I'm like, I feel like I just saw that backyard. And so now I pull it now, and I X out of Instagram. I go to the picture, right, and I'm like, hold up. So there's an overhang, and I'm looking at the wood slats on the overhang, and I'm like, wait, that's the same wood slats. And then I look at the bush, and I'm like, that's the same bush. Oh. Then I see the pool, and then I'm like, wait, that's the same tiles, stones on the pool. Oh. And that's his profile picture in a white Farrah outfit, like.
Yeah. The guy remembers exactly.
And I'm like, yo, she went on vacation with her ex. So I text her. I'm like, yo, you're funny as. That's all I said.
Yeah.
She answers 2 days later. Laugh my ass off. Thanks.
And he didn't even have to look for it. Instagram served it up to him. He just confirmed a few details, and that was it. That's what I be saying. These modern women are so sloppy. Oh, we're just better at it. You're not. You're sloppy with it. And this is another video that proves that.
Men have it easy. That's why they're not coming in to get divorced. Their wives are doing everything. They make dinner, they take care of the kids, they go to work, they're financially contributing towards the house, and they don't have to do anything.
She lists all of these things, right, that women are doing, as if they are being forced to do all these things. She says women are, making dinner, they're taking care of the kids, they're going to work, they're financially contributing to the house. You made that decision, honey. You as a woman made the decision to career climb. You, not him. He didn't tell you you have to do. Very few circumstances. In fact, I've never seen one ever in my life where a guy's like, you have to work, you have to contribute financially, you need to make the dinner, you need to do all of these things and work and be the head of household. I have not ever seen that happen. Not once.
A man can literally tell her, stop doing that. You're making it too hard on yourself. You're stressing yourself out. You're causing the tone and the mood in the home, the environment in the home, to be contentious. There's higher tension levels. They'll just sit up there and look at you and talk about you not validating their feelings. I don't need to validate foolishness. Just stop what you're doing. We're going to get through this. You just don't have to stress everybody out.
Can someone please explain why I only get either 27-year-olds or 47-year-olds? Like, where are all the 34-year-olds?
Vincent Versetti said we're dating the younger girls.
Grooms don't get as much love as the bride, so you don't get the bridal shower. I mean, you do get the bachelor party and the bachelorette.
We don't hear that the grooms are going on trips. We don't hear that the groomsmen are getting gifts. We're hearing that they show up, put a suit on, and stand up there.
There's really a lot of men out here that are attracted to women, but they don't actually like women. They don't like women. They don't respect or value anything else about a woman, but they like men. They value things about men. So, what does that say?
It says that men can relate to other men better than they can relate to women. It says that men have an inherent appreciation, admiration, respect for men who acquire certain skills, feats, competencies that they themselves may seek to acquire or may see in other men. Says that men have a healthy appreciation for other men who have demonstrated expertise because they know the level of skill, work, and discipline that it took to acquire that level of expertise in whatever domain they're expert in. Shows that iron sharpens iron, and men like using other men as a measuring stick in order to compare themselves to where they want to be and who they want to become. And this demonstrates that this has been the state of male social relationships all throughout the history of human evolution, which is why we respond to other men in ways that obviously make women jealous, because women believe that they should intrinsically receive the same stamp of approval that men give other men when women don't perform the same feats or tasks with the practical utility that men would like to utilize in order to move up the ranks in the social hierarchy. Athleticism, charisma, wit, humor are all commendable qualities that men can earn the respect of other men with, because that's what elevates men through the ranks of social and romantic desirability. And these attributes or feats are not often exhibited by women. Women are not the male standard of what men want to be. Men are. Women are not the teachers of what men want to become. Men are. Women's appeal to men predominantly revolves around reproduction and there's nothing wrong with that. And on an individual basis, if a man finds a woman that does have unique feats or qualities that he can appreciate, he finds attractive, stimulating, arousing, exciting, then he'll take a liking to that woman beyond physical attraction. But that's on an individual basis, and that should only be expected on an individual basis, not amongst the general consensus of men and women. Yet again, another unrealistic and retarded expectation that feminism has indoctrinated women to adopt.
I don't know why this is such a complex idea to understand. When y'all see another woman with makeup on, or other things that men say, well, that's not necessarily important to me. You're not worried that she has a degree. You're not hyping that up. I'm not saying that it's not important. I'm just saying maybe for me and the goals that I'm trying to accomplish, that's not necessarily the priority. I'm coming to her graduation. I'm going to throw a graduation party for her. I'm going to get her a graduation present, but it's not that important. It's not that much of a priority to me. That's all I'm saying. I would look for other things in a woman. It's the same way. You guys be looking at stuff that men don't necessarily care about. And it's not like you have to guess. Men tell you, I don't really care about that stuff. Doesn't make it any less important. I just don't care about it. Not like that. Oh, well, you're not worried about me having all this makeup on and dressing to the nines. No, not really. I would like you to dress nice. I would like you to dress for the occasion, but you don't have to go overboard. Look at what I'm wearing. I got a nice suit on, or maybe I'm wearing a nice polo and some slacks. You don't have to go overboard. Throw on a nice dress, a little bit of light makeup on, and let's get up out of here. Y'all want to sit for 2, 3, and 4 hours putting on makeup. A man does not want to do that. A man sitting in there waiting on you, and you don't care. You just be in there doing whatever you're doing. Men have had to adjust to that and not complain. But when a man says, oh, it looks great, You not looking at my eyeshadow. I did this, I did that, I did this, I did it. And going down the line of the techniques, fantastic, great techniques. But I don't necessarily care. It would be the same thing if you're watching football with a man, or golf, or basketball, baseball too. It doesn't matter, whatever the sport is. And y'all straight up say, I don't care about none of that. The man goes down the line. The man goes down the line explaining to you exactly why you should care, and you still don't care. We admire and like different things in one another. That's it. That's it. Doesn't mean that he likes men. He just admires because he knows it's hard to do. You guys got to stop putting men in the category of DL. Just because they not approaching you and they don't necessarily take interest in you, you're not that special. You're just not. Disclaimer, once again, that does not mean that you're not unique and you don't have talents and skills. It just means that you're not the only one on earth.
And also, I don't think there's a chopped man epidemic. Like, I know that's a trending video, but I don't think it's true, because there are a lot of beautiful, handsome, lovely people out there. And I've seen them, and I know them. And they are also looking for partners, and they are also, like, living their lives. And people are beautiful. I love people. So I think that by us just defining people as like chopped or like one word is like such a disservice to, how complex we are as humans. It's not all about just like what your face is, like it's about like your actions, your habits, your thoughts, your beliefs. Like it's everything as a person as a whole. So I think we should stop calling people chopped. That's what I'm trying to get at.
Listen. I understand why people quit their full-time jobs to just do TikTok full-time, because it's a full-time job to answer these comments in these videos. And I'm like, I've landed myself in a world of dating between American men and Australian women, and I didn't even know this realm existed, if I'm honest with you. And so now we seem to have started a little collective, right? So my business brain kicks in and I'm like, all right, so now the next stage is we need to get a collective group of baddies, Australian baddies, and we all fly to America, okay? Because it's for the plot. It's for the plot twist, all right? We're gonna fly to America and meet the love of your life, possibly, or not, and that's completely fine, okay? And we just fuck around and find out. Imagine, can you see the storyline? So, your next step, if you're an Australian baddie, is a comment here. Are you coming with us to America to meet the love of your life? Or not, and that's fine. And then American boys, where are we going? What are we doing? This is a whole realm, and it's a full-time job. Lucky I'm self-employed.
So, passport bros, but in reverse. Okay.
I'm so sick of dating in 2025. When did the roles change, ladies? Okay, because I'm so sick of the first question these ninjas is asking me is, so what is your occupation? What do you do for a living? Why are you checking for my pockets, sir? I want to know why you checking for my pockets. I thought you was supposed to be the provider, not me.
So you're allowed to ask a man that question, but not him ask you. Okay. Great.
And I always keep it real with y'all, and I'm at an age where I'm at the 2 tears in a bucket, the rest. Fine men have ruined my life. I'm not kidding. They really have. And I'm not even trying to bring it to that, but okay, so today I'm working, right? Boom. I'm at the thing, and this guy comes up to me, and he's not an ugly guy. Just regular, just not my type, regular guy. And he's basically, long story short, he's trying to rap to me, he's trying to talk to me, and he basically says, I can take you away from all of this. I do this job, or whatever, such and such, I make this much, I can take you out of here. You don't never have to work this job again. I'll take care of you right now. Like, and I just was there thinking, I was just like, I'm out here serving, making drinks, plating the food, cleaning up, mopping, putting up floors. And I said, you know what, I'm doing all this, and I still wouldn't go with that man. And I wouldn't go with that man, even though it does not make sense. Because this man, he wasn't even like he didn't look like he crept on the earth or anything. But I've seen God's Allah, Yahweh, whoever you call, whoever you think created humans, when you've seen their finest work, you can never go back. And I'm not even BSing you right now. I've seen God's finest work up close. And I'm not even trying to hype it. Like when God said, you know what? I'm about to make a beautiful man. I've seen that God. I've seen it before. So once you've seen God's most beautiful creations in person, what can you do? And it's like, now I wish I never seen them, because I would have been I would have been at home, minding my business, never working too hard with my regular looking guy. But once you've seen God's finest work, you're never happy until you see it again. And like, everybody has their own version of what they think is the most beautiful or their type, but I've seen I remember one time, there's been a couple times in my life I've seen a guy and I was like, wow, God is real. Like, he really made you out here. Like, you really were created. Look at your bones. Look at the structure of your bones and how your muscles lay. Oh my gosh, you just need so much oxygen because this body is just so big and it's just so beautiful. Oh my gosh, everything about this creation, it's like majestic. It's like seeing a lion or something, or seeing an elephant. Like, it's like, wow, this is a beautiful creature. Like, you were made, like, it's like that. But it just ruined everything else for me in the future. So now I always gotta have that. And my version of beautiful might be different than your beautiful version, but I have to have my God's creation to be happy. And that's why I'm working. Instead, I could just have a regular ugly guy or whatever just come and save me.
Dude in the comments said, it happens. But now she has to be honest with herself. Why haven't one of those types of men cuffed her? It's because they look at her the same way she looked at the average guy. JC323 responded and said, facts, 100%. It's going to take a few years for it to hit her as to why they are not picking her. So you got on here speaking foolishly, elevating yourself. That's what men don't appreciate. The haughtiness, the high-mindedness of everything that y'all be talking about. Oh man, you don't look like you crept on the earth. You look okay, but I've seen God's finest work and I just can't settle. Why don't you be quiet? But why if you can't? I'll say this. You guys are doing too much. Way too much. Turn off the camera. Go home, shower, eat. Get up and get ready for work tomorrow. That's your job from now on.
If you want to be fit, you need to listen to male fitness influencers. Listen, I love the girls down bad. But the problem with female fitness influencers is they're trying to sell you their physique and a product as opposed to the process. And what I've found is that male fitness influencers, so male bodybuilders, male hybrid athletes, male, runners, they're selling you the process as well as the physique. So primarily my issue with female fitness influencers is this like glorification of body recomposition. And trust, if you're training, if you're changing your stimulus, if you're changing your diet, your body will recomp. But the issue is they will only sell you recomp because they are petrified of selling weight gain, of even mentioning bulk to their audience, which is fine, to each its own. But if you're built like a piece of plywood, you might have to push a little bit more food, not be in as steep of a deficit, and also train a little bit harder in order to build a physique. Female fitness influencers love saying how to build a fat ass and keep a flat stomach at the same time, which is possible, but like sometimes you need to either commit to a weight loss journey or bulk. That's a hot take, but all right, on to the next point. The next reason why especially it's so important to consume content by male bodybuilders is they don't distort intensity. You need to train hard. If you want your body to make adaptations, you need to train hard. You need to push weight. You need to, exert energy. You need to run faster. You need to, push yourself. And I think that, within like men and like male centric cultures, it's this badge of pride to, go crazy in the gym or go crazy in whatever you're doing. And I feel like a lot of female fitness influencers, they're not showing you how hard you need to train. You need to train to failure if you want to build a physique. You need to lift heavy. You need to go one more. And if all you're seeing is these pion workouts where they're like the last rep, they're not winded, like that's not training with intensity. And I think if you're doing that and you're trying to sell a program about building a fat ass, you're doing your audience a disservice. And the final issue I have with like female fitness influencers is what I call a sweet treat inflation. They'll show you every cheat meal. They'll show you every time they get ice cream, but they don't show you the boring meals. And they want to market to you that like, I'm just like you. Like, look, I stay skinny. I can still eat whatever I want. When in reality, like they're eating the ice cream, they're eating the sweet treat every 4 weeks, every 3 weeks. Then you're watching them and you feel bad and you're like, I'm eating just like them and I'm still big. But in actuality, they are not like eating that type of like fun meals all the time. And they are also those regular healthy meals. A lot of women have better hunger cues than you. They're not finishing their plate. And that's that.
These are the top 3 things that I notice that men need in a relationship. Number 1 is respect. Women have to respect men because when they feel disrespected, they get super aggressive and they're ready to fight. Number 2 is appreciation. Men go out into the world every single day and fight all types of battles that we have no idea what those mean from a woman's perspective. So when they come home, they want to feel appreciated. They want to be thanked for all of their efforts that they have went out into the world to do for their women and their families. Number 3 is intimacy. I know that intimacy is the number 1 thing that's always on a man's brain, and it literally calms them down after they release. I don't know what it does for you all's emotions, but it works. But at the same time, we got to make sure that the chemistry is there between both people so we can always have that peak of intimacy. So fellas, did I get it right? And if your woman is giving you all of those things, y'all still don't want to be married. So you are saying that y'all are willing to fumble the ball for a woman that's giving you all of those things, but if she wants marriage, you'll walk away from that relationship.
I saw this video and it was like, if you raise your son, he's going to resent you. But if you give your son to his dad, he's still going to resent you. My question is, why do kids in general, and typically it is men I have seen, why do they resent the parent who stayed?
Simp in the comments said, as someone who loves their mother, the reason why so many boys hate their moms is because you people just assume they're good mothers. A lot of these moms are terrible mothers and horrible people. They're abusive, they're narcissistic, gaslighting, condescending, evil, selfish, etc. And then he goes on to say some other stuff. Another woman says, y'all keep thinking the parent that stayed was perfect. You have to realize some people didn't have parents and weren't children, they were burdens. Pretty much, y'all not perfect. Y'all keep on accountability. What can I do? What have I done? I always have to self-improve. The world smacks men in the face and say, either you improve or you're a bum. And as a matter of fact, we are not going to allow you to be a bum in peace. We're not going to help you to be a bum. We're going to put you on a poster everywhere. We're going to make sure that you know that you're a bum. We're going to put you sometimes in jail. We're going to put you in different situations to let you know you're not going to be coddled at any point in time. Your emotions and feelings don't matter. You will be made to know that you're a bum, you're a loser, if you don't continue to do what we tell you to do. Number 1. Number 2, we can't just let you be a bum, because if we did, society would crumble. So we're going to force you, put in laws, statutes, guidelines to make you understand that we're not going to let you just sit here. If you do, you're going to be in extreme trouble.
This is a dating hack for the dudes. If you're not getting second dates, try saying this instead of that. Instead of saying, hey, let's hang out,
Say, hey, I'd like to see you again. How's Wednesday? Or I want to take you out to dinner. How's Thursday night? Don't say, let's hang out. There's nothing more unattractive than a man who's not taking initiative. We want to feel desired. We want to feel like you want to see us, and we need to hear it. So try it, see what happens. I know you're going to say, oh, I've tried that, and they don't respond. Well, it's because she didn't like you. But you got to keep trying and be bold. Women want to see boldness. You just got to take the risk, okay? There's always a chance you're going to get rejected. Women get rejected too. It's just the nature of the game.
A dude in the comments, Trippy Clocks, was pretty upset about this, I'm guessing. He said, I don't need to be a scholar to ask to spend time with you. Get over yourself. Either you come hang out or get blocked. No man has time for that garbage. Goodness.
That's not what, no, let me, can I finish?
Yeah, sorry.
Okay, sorry. So you interrupted, so I didn't get to finish.
I'm so sorry.
Okay. Freedom has become a pressure. There's become a societal pressure to be free. Mostly the term hookup culture is used between 15 and 30. So you're correct in saying a 32-year-old woman should have the right to have sex with whoever the hell she wants to have sex with. And I'm right there with you. She should have choice, whatever. But young women, young men who are developing emotionally, mentally,
should not have the right.
No, that's not what. No, let me. Can I finish?
Yeah. Sorry.
Okay, sorry. So you interrupted, so I didn't get to finish.
I'm so sorry.
Okay, so they're more vulnerable. They are more vulnerable emotionally to what the hookup culture does to them. There's a lot of research to say that it causes loneliness, depression, anxiety, tons of regret, embarrassment, shame, self-esteem issues. Freedom can become its own prison. Have we created a society which pressures young women in its own way to be promiscuous, to have lots of experiences, and it's not all it's cracked up to be for them. It really isn't in terms of their mental health. 9 to 25, really 27 in young men is the second critical period of brain development, where they are very susceptible to their relational experiences and their environment. And so in that period of development, which is mostly what we use the term hookup culture for, that's a very vulnerable brain. And so we have created a culture that confuses that brain, that offers too many choices, that pressures them into having multiple partners and many experiences, and leaves them feeling empty and lonely.
So this is the lady that you want talking, Erica Commissar. Been in private practice for, 25 years, I think it says right here. Says she's a feminist in the caption of the video. She looks like she's written a couple of books, one in 2017 and one in 2021. Just celebrated Father's Day. Licensed social worker, clinical social worker, psychoanalyst, and parent guidance expert. Lives in New York City, has her own private practice. I mean, this is who you're looking for. A feminist, boss babe, kicking butt, got a family. Oh, here it is right here. I see her 3 kids, grown. 2 boys, 1 girl, and her husband. I see him. He's a doctor, optometrist, and social entrepreneur. Once again, living in New York City, according to her bio on USC. Her husband is known for his work with Vision Spring, an organization focused on providing affordable eyeglasses in developing countries. So this is who y'all are looking for as women. A feminist doing good work, helping the world out. She's in Ghana right here that I'm looking at 2 years ago, supporting my husband and his fantastic work with Vision Spring. But you're still arguing with the woman. This woman does this. This is what she does. They don't want people to nail down, to knock down, to attack what the actual issue is. They don't want people to see, scope it out, and say that's the problem. Let's get it out of here. They want to continue going on. They don't want to take accountability for nothing that they're doing. This is the problem. Let's stop doing it. No, that ain't the problem. We're going to continue. That's the problem. Let's stop doing it.
I don't know why men keep saying that, is that you're not going to meet
your wife at the bar, and girls keep saying that you're not going to meet your husband at the bar. Why? I'm at the bar. So wouldn't someone that I would click with be at the bar?
I really don't think like men or women that go to the bar are like low value at all. Like I don't know
where this came from.
I don't know what that correlation would be. I think the best place that you can meet a guy is honestly at the bar.
We are there to be social. I'm not going to the bar to sit by myself.
Mostly like a really good mix of girls and guys. Like we're feeling good, we're having a good time, and like we have our friends. If a guy approaches me at the gas station, at the gym, at the grocery store, I'm like immediately turned off just because like I'm kind of in like a vulnerable state. I'm alone. Like I'm so focused on like what I'm doing at the gym. If a guy comes and approaches me, like I'm just immediately like, I do not want to talk to you.
Well, to be fair, they're saying that you can approach in a bar when you hear a lot of women out here talking about don't approach me at a bar. It's a social setting. Why not?
Good morning. Do you sell like washer fluid or something? Like, yes. Oh. This one? Yeah. Thank you. Excuse me. I know you're really busy and I don't know, would you mind putting this? Okay. How do I?
Windshield washer.
Oh. Thank you.
No problem.
Looks like men actually do help women. Seems like you just gotta be nice to them.
I think one thing about me that I think some people just don't understand is like I'm not friends with guys just to be friends with guys, like because that there's no such thing. Like you get so open and then you get so close and then it's like it gets complicated and it gets messy because at the end of the day one person develops feelings. Like you can't tell me otherwise. Like it just happens because you're emotionally available, you're vulnerable, all these things, and it's like feelings happen and that's normal. That's how it should be. So I think for me, like I can't be friends with guys like that. And I say that because I say that out of respect for my future partner, and I only say that because I don't want my future husband or partner, whatever, I don't want them to be friends with girls and like have like a bunch of girlfriends. I don't. And it's not that I'm jealous or insecure or whatever. I just think it's more so out of respect. So I would never put my guy in the perspective of like having to even worry if I have all these like guy friends or whatever, or like I'm going to someone else talking about our problems or anything like that. Like I never want them to feel uncomfortable in that aspect or that manner. So I just kind of prepare myself in general not to have guy friends.
So I met this guy that I thought I liked a couple weeks ago, and turns out I don't like him. He made me cry twice. Ew, icky. Go away. Well, the first red flag that I noticed when I asked him where he buys his meat from that he cooks, he said Walmart. I was like, we're not gonna work out. And we're not.
Guys, we have to talk, okay? I have been on a couple of first dates in the last few weeks, and where's the effort? Where is it? I haven't seen it. And this is not me on men, okay? I love y'all. I just want you to do better. Truly. For everyone involved. If you plan, or if you make a date with a girl, do not pick me up and ask me what I want to do. I don't know. Make a reservation somewhere. Take me bowling. Let's go do something fun. It doesn't have to be extravagant, but make a plan. Bare minimum, okay? And then up and get out of your truck and come greet me and give me a hug, open the goddamn door for me, okay? Or is it too heavy for you? Do not get back in your truck and let me open my own door. It is a first date. Impress me a little bit. Like, just a little bit, okay? That's all. That's all we want. We want a little bit of effort, okay? Just those little details can take a date from a 5 out of a 10 to an 8 out of a 10, all right? The dates I've been on, they haven't been bad. Am I excited to see any of those people again? Not really. Not really. So, this is my PSA. Please do better. Just
I need you guys to start answering the question. Just because a man asks you, where do you want to go? I don't know, make a plan. Don't act brain dead. What do you like to do? When you and your girls go out, y'all are both making a plan. Y'all are both talking to each other. Open your mouth and communicate. Well, I like to go bowling. Oh, okay. Anywhere in particular? Yeah, I like this place over here off of the freeway. Why? Just find an alley. I already told you I like to go bowling. You do understand that if a man walks in there and just make a decision. If I walk in there and you don't like it, I don't want to hear about it. If there is somewhere specific that you want to go, that you prefer, I want to take you there. Why? Because that's what you like. It's going to be the same thing when you go for your ring. Now, if a man were to surprise, just make a decision. I make the decision, I buy you the engagement ring and you don't like it. Why didn't you bring me to the store? Because you said you wanted me to make a decision. Not that big a decision. All these games, gonna have to stop. Get out my car. Middle J Mama says, I guess I don't understand. You want a guy that buys at like some specialty shop or something? I don't know either. But I guess, just looking at her page, because she's into fitness, that she doesn't feel like Walmart supplies good meat. I don't know, man.
So being in the dating scene for about 1.5 years now, people ask me, oh, well, what are you looking for? And I say the same thing. But what I'm truly looking for, of course I say Prince Charming, but I'm looking for somebody to choose me in a world full of distractions. I'm looking for that selfless love. I'm looking for those small things. My biggest fear is that I'll miss out on all of those. Like getting breakfast in bed, forehead kisses, the person saying, hey, we have dinner reservations at 7. I picked out your outfit. It's really tough when you aren't good enough to be chosen every single time. And that's where my fears come from, that I won't get to experience that. Anything could happen. We just all expect to live until we're 80 or 100. And all I want to do is experience that love, that reciprocal, selfless love in my lifetime. And I know I show it to myself, and my kids show it to me, but I want that partner in that experience. That's what I'm looking for.
About 3 months ago, we were out at this neighborhood block party. Some guy, pretty drunk, started getting handsy with my wife. I'm not a big guy, but I stepped in, told him to cut it out. He swung first, and yeah, I caught the worst of it. Broken nose, jaw wired shut for a bit. Since then, it's like something shifted. My wife's polite, sure. Thanks for dinner, good night, all that, but the spark, gone. She avoids eye contact, flinches if I hug her, says she's just tired. And this is the part that messes with my head. She's suddenly the one staying late at work, taking the kids to her mom's every other weekend. I keep replaying that fight, wondering if seeing me get flattened made me less safe, less attractive. I'm proud I defended her, even if I lost, but now I'm scared I lost more than the fight, you know? I don't want to pressure her, but I'm worried I'm turning into a roommate who pays the bills and tells bedtime stories. I guess I'm asking, is this normal trauma fallout? Do wives sometimes pull back after seeing their husbands hurt? And if so, how do I bring the romance back without sounding like I'm begging?
No, you a roommate, brother. Some people in the comments, women included, are saying she was having an affair already. She was seeing that other guy already. You are definitely a roommate. These women will sit up there and talk about men don't protect women. But then when the man goes out defending your honor, trying to help you out, make sure you're safe, you look at him like he's less than. I wonder how many times y'all have said that men have commented on your body after you've pushed out a baby and y'all got mad, all up in arms. How dare you? This child is for you. Men are so misogynistic and the patriarchy. This is how. But when a man goes out there trying to do something for you, then all of a sudden it's okay to be doing this type of foolishness.
So we have a annoyance with the opposite sex. We have an annoyance with women because I don't know what it is that you want from me. I'm frustrated that you keep requiring things that I don't understand. And instead of stating that, we see men continuing on and on to say that women need to change. Women need to change. Women need to change. And I am so sorry to break it to you, babe, but women are not going to change because sadly, women can be and have been delusional for generations and generations and generations. We have the leisure to not live in reality based off the fact that we're not leaders. We can say, oh, I'll put that off till tomorrow. I can have a mindset that's not progressive. I can have a mindset that's not problem solving. I can have a mindset that's overly emotional and illogical. And we can say that that's wrong, but that is the double standard of what it means to be a woman versus a man.
The only problem with this is that even if you take men out of the equation, you as a person still have to carry your own load. So you procrastinating and living in a world of fantasy and delusion might not catch up to you in your 20s. You might be shaking it, twisting it, and turning it and getting every man that you want. Or let's take it off of dating. Let's talk about life in general, jobs and whatever have you. That's going to catch up to you at some point in time. You might be flailing. I'm going to go work in a club. I'm going to get on one of these sites and sell a little something. I'm going to make some money. At some point in time, those bad decisions, unfortunately for you, are going to catch up to you. Unfortunately.
Okay, listen up. This is a PSA to all you dudes out there. For real, y'all need to stop the foolishness. I'm going to say for the 35-year-old and up men out there who are dating or trying to date or whatever, let me tell you something. If you gotta lie, if you gotta create a whole new identity and a storyline and give a whole double life situation about who you are to be with a woman, to get game and grab the woman's attention, or to even get the cookies, then use a lame-o. Use a complete lame. You're a cornball. You're a goofball. You need to be out of the field. This is why our dating pool is filled with piss right now. Knock it the fuck off. PSA, get the fuck out of the way. Thank you. Please and thank you.
A dude in the comments. A dude in the comments said, young jock. A dude in the comments said, young jock. Young jock, get out the way.
This video is for women who date men, so if you're not a woman who dates men, you can keep on scrolling. Ladies, my nails cost $150. My hair costs $200, my car is $500, my rent is $2,500, but I will ask my man for $0. Why? Because he is my partner, not my father. Okay, ladies, now that the men have scrolled, I think that we should start robbing men who invite us to their homes on first dates.
This really does sound like a good idea until one connect to the jaw sends you tumbling down those stairs. I didn't even have to move off the video to get this one. Longboard Dancing says, literally did this for my ex. She got mad I didn't spend more money on the flowers. She was like, you only spent $8 on flowers? That's all I'm worth to you? You couldn't have just spent 30 or 40? Thank you. I didn't even have to leave the video to get my point across.
This is exactly why I said I don't need no man. Costs absolutely nothing.
Well, I guess the only problem with this is that it's $6 today, then $6 next week, and then you're looking at $24. Fine, right? Okay. But then I also have to take you on a date. And then, assuming that's going to be another $30. We're dating every week. 30 times 4 is what? 120 plus 24. Now you're looking at $150. Still not bad. At some point in time, you're going to get upset at a $6 flower, right? And you're going to say, give me just a little bit more. And then I'm going to give you $10 flowers. And then over the course of maybe 2 or 3 months, you're going to say, this is the bare minimum now. Give me $12 flowers, and then 15, and then 20. And before you know it, I have a subscription service. And now the flowers are costing me $200 a month. In addition to our dates, which are costing us at least $300 a month. So now I'm spending $500. And it's no sign. We're not even talking about the hair and the nails yet. Y'all gotta stop.
Which would you rather? A guy totally in love with, he's your best friend, but he's always gonna be broke. Versus a guy who's already worth 7 figures, you're totally provided for in life. He works a lot, you don't see him very much. There's some sparks there, but in time he cheats.
Rich man. Says a lot. Rich man. I just say a lot.
That rich guy better get a prenup. She's not even listening to the question.